All right, ladies and gentlemen, so if at this stage you're not sure what to research, I've got this cart of books over here, and so you can look through any of these books to get some ideas, but you can also take your American history textbook, also known as our mentor text, and you can turn to the, not one, but 2 chapters on the American Civil War. And what you can do is start to flip through the chapters, and let me model for what the thinking in your head might be, because this is called the Think Aloud. So I look in here, in the first chapter, the first section of the first chapter is called The War Erupts. Remember where we left off with our debate was leading up to this moment. And I see this photograph of a woman named Emma Holmes. So now I've got a name. And I'm thinking, who's Emma Holmes? Why is it important? I see she was filmed, or the picture was taken in 1900. And so why is this story starting with her? Oh, it turns out she was 22 years old at the start of the war. So what I'm doing is I'm going to read about Emma Holmes, all right? And what I'm going to find out as I sit there and I think, it's lined up by me. As I think about Emma Holmes, turns out she was 22 years old when Fort Sumter happened. So I've heard about Fort Sumter, and I have an actual photograph of someone there. And as I go through here, Lincoln calls out the militia. I might circle the word militia on a post-it note, because I'm not sure what that means. And I could look up the word militia, and it turns out those are sort of like the Minutemen of yore. And so I was really fascinated about Minutemen. When I was in 3rd grade, I got to dress up like a Minuteman. So I want to learn more about them, and that'll be the topic of your research. A good example of what you might come to is this one right here. Okay, and on here you'll see a little bump out on the side. It says strange but true. That's caught my attention as I'm reading along. In Strange but True, the information here talks about the wounded, and you'll see that there's a photograph of people with crutches. Okay, anyone here? Raise your hand. You've ever been on crutches? Oh yeah. So it's not easy, is it? Right? Now, could you imagine being on crutches in the 1860s before X-rays and all of that? So I see that, and I start thinking aloud, what's going on with the hospitals? What was the surgeries like? Maybe I want to learn more about surgery during the Civil War, and so to show that, Jen, to meet our goal here of you deciding what aspect of the Civil War to study further. This Think Aloud has led you to that. So that's